Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session, and be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So if you can hear the bell sound, you can follow the bell sound. Otherwise, you can just relax and focus to the silence. Do nothing extra. Tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, let's take few minutes to understand why we have to practice meditation and what kind of meditation we have to practice. So, out of practice meditation, what are the benefits that we can gain to our this conventional life? And out of that conventional life success, so how we can develop our spiritual path. So as all of you know, nowadays meditation is a very popular subject. So everybody like to practice meditation. They have different reasons. Basically, there are some people like to gain their creativity, and conventionally they want to have a very peaceful mind, happy mind, and at the same time they want to become successful in their life. So like that they have very conventional level of desires, hopes, dreams, will. So nothing wrong about it. And at the same time you have to remember that whatever the conventional success or the happiness or the joy or the pleasure that we gain, it is not going to be very sustainable. It's not going to be there permanent. You always have to work for that. So whatever you achieve, wherever you achieve, then it's not going to be there for you. You have to keep work again and again and again. And other thing is, in this very nature of the conventional success or the happiness or the satisfaction, it itself try to go to another level. So whatever the happiness that you want, once you gain it, it's going to take you to another level. But the problem is that sometimes, even though we want that happiness and success, and once it becomes a struggle, that is not good. So always remember that most of time people have the idea or the desire or the will to find the inner happiness, and because of that desire and they become so unbalanced. So whatever conventional life or the spiritual development, important thing is you have to remember the very condition of the mind is important. That is the very key point. Whatever the lifestyle that you go through, it is not these outside events make you mad, unhappy, sad, worried, disappointed. It is about the very condition of your mind. If you have some time to observe it and understand it and gain some wisdom and maintain your mind in the right way, then you are capable to go through this whatever the outside situation. So it is your responsibility. Otherwise, this outside world never going to be a better place for all of us. Because it's always change, it's always depend on things, depend on others. So you have no power over these outside situations. Only thing that you have in this world, your awareness, your conscious decision, your mind. So then give some times and start to uplift it, clear it, make it strong, and have very sharp awareness. And then you will see you are capable to go through any situation. So there is a way in this conventional level you can uplift your mind to breakthrough state. So the breakthrough state means psychologically in the Western world what it say, it doesn't matter whatever the situation arise, you are capable to go through it. That is a skill. So you can gain it. To gain that, you cannot condition the outside world. So you have to develop your mind. In the conventional way, this meditation practice you can use to have this breakthrough state. You can have the balance, clarity, you can have the undisturbed mind, and you can have very sharp, clear awareness, which you can apply for your creativity, for your day-to-day activities, and then you can gain very successful result. So that is very necessary. So there is a way that you can gain it. But at the same time, you have to remember not to settle down there. Once you have it, then you have to upgrade yourself to the next level with the inner wisdom. That is another level. So that is a kind of like, it's called in the Western world, it's called kind of like a flow circle. Your mind anymore, no need basic training. You master yourself. You master yourself not to go behind this conventional level of happiness, the satisfaction or the desire, but you come to a little bit more higher level. So that is where you need the wisdom. So when it comes to wisdom, why we need wisdom, even though we have these teachings, basically the wisdom or the knowledge is not enough for you to handle your mind, because we already have enough knowledge. That's why just looking at somebody, how they do it, maybe you can't do it the same way like they do. So there should be a introspection, inner understanding, that learn the inner behavior yourself. This is a very, very different level of understanding or wisdom. Because when it comes to this conventional level of wisdom or the knowledge, what we do, we go behind the informations. So as matured people, you know yourself, sometimes the information itself not going to help for you. You have some personal reasons. That is where you need to practice meditation. It's the just you give some time to yourself. Even though we have the same teachings, as example, maybe different people hearing this in the different locations, this session, the same talk, same lesson. But when it comes to yourself, when you try to apply it to you, there is a different in you. So where this different happens, remember, these informations you have to use to tackle your emotions. That is very personal. That is where you need the practice, and that is where you need some wisdom. How to apply it. That's why, because otherwise, even there are sutras, and Buddha himself uttered to some people, and then they attain to enlightenment, and just reading that, you cannot attain to enlightenment. Why? Because you have certain habitual patterns, cankers, mental formations, sanskara, memory, just related to only you. This is what most of the time we don't think about. We always think, oh, if somebody did it, oh, I can do it. Of course, in conventional level, we can do that. But there is a way that you have to apply it to yourself, not to become biased to your own inner emotions, not to convert it to your self-centered mind. That is a very, very kind of like it is not difficult, but there should be a method for that. That is where our laziness comes. So as you know, when it comes to spiritual practice, moral ethics practice, most of people become lazy. That laziness is not a kind of like this physical laziness, that inner mental laziness. So from where this inner mental laziness comes? It because you have to work with your emotions. You have to work with your own habitual patterns. You have to work with your own inner desires. So that's why sometimes it is difficult for us. So when it comes to that, the boredom, that is one way that you can understand. We have this mental boredom, that the boredom bring the qualities of the laziness, lethargic, sleepy, procrastination, neglecting, resistance, so those kind of things. So why this boredom come to you? So especially in this environment, the one reason that boredom come, we have too much informations related to various subjects. That is one reason. You have too much informations. So maybe you watching TV, different morning, different kind of programs, evening, different kind of programs, night, different kind of programs. At the same time, listening to different things. And at the same time, you make phone calls, and maybe you are answering to different calls. And at the same time, you have to do many other things in day-to-day life. Your mind is so busy with things. that busyness is now your business. And out of that business, what you earn, boredom. Deeper underneath, this boredom happens when the too much informations come. You know what happens? The system becomes slow. Like as example, your computer, your cell phone. So any electronic device, that whatever, even that your purse, your wallet, you don't fill with money sometimes, but there are a lot of bills, unnecessary things. So just imagine there are a lot of things. And then what happens? So it affects for your day-to-day activities. And then when you try to do something, it itself becomes a hindrance. So you are the one who bringing this all into you, not somebody else. But it is not happen at one time. So then just imagine, through the samsaric journey, as memory, we accumulated a lot of things. That is the only thing we bring here when we come with our consciousness. Not this body, not this any other material things. But with the consciousness, we come with the memory. So the memory start to accumulate again and again and again and again. So that's where the memory has a deeper connection with the emotions. So the boredom is the protection for your memory. So practicing meditation or any spiritual practice, once it start to develop, basically you have to understand how to tackle this boredom, how to go through this boredom. So, because if the boredom is there, so that means too much things there, no will. When too much things there, no determination. Another thing is no energy. Just imagine for a day, everybody like to go shopping. You just go to the mall and you go to one store, to the next store, so just keep walking little bit. Then what will happen by the time? You get tired. Remember that carrying the memory, holding memory, repetition of memory is not easy. You have to have so much energy for that. Knowingly or unknowingly, visibly or invisibly, you wasting so much energy to maintain your memory. Even just imagine when you go to sleep, in case if you see a dream, sometimes it disturbs your sleeping and the very next day you feel very, very weak. So like that, this boredom happens out of our behavior, our day-to-day behavior. So when you start to develop your spiritual practice, if you want to develop your creativity, if you want to develop your energy, if you want to have a higher will, higher purpose, better determination, how you can reduce the power of the boredom. So you cannot just resist. So then that is where you need ethical moral discipline. So when it comes to discipline, most of people kind of like don't like to hear it. They think it is kind of like something hard, difficult, kind of like. We think of, oh, we are kind of, we have a free will, we can do anything. People like to be wild, to do whatever, that no rules. People like to be like that. But you have to remember, being disciplined is bringing you more better benefit, not for anybody else. You are the one who going to get the benefit out of being disciplined, practicing this moral discipline, to go through this ethical practice. Your life become more easy. Your life become more better. Just look into yourself. You go through more difficult situations in your life and you have no idea how you came to that point, and you have no idea how to find the exit. So that's why invest yourself to find more better future for you, because you are the only one can do it for you. Invest yourself to find a freedom for you. Sacrifice yourself in this very moment, that whatever the satisfaction, sacrifice it to gain more higher freedom for you. Because then you are the one who going to be happy out of it. You are the one who going to get the benefit out of it. So put the discipline to that line, then you can work with it. So that's why always you have to remember, even in the conventional life, even your day-to-day life, ordinary life, or even your spiritual life, the very first thing, don't maintain this boredom. Don't repeat this habitual memory. So then what you need to do? Don't watch anything. So first you have to select what kind of things you want to watch. Some people that they just watch that whatever on television. They just watch. They watch whatever on YouTube. So don't allow that to handle your life. Take a conscious decision. If it is not profitable, if it is not valuable, it is not related to you, don't waste your time for that. So that way you can save some energy and you can reduce the power of the boredom. And hearing the same, no need to hear everything. Whoever called you, you no need to go behind that all the calls if it is not necessary. Why you keep talking about it? If not going to change anything, why you keep talking about it? Because it develop your boredom. End of the day, it going to bounce back. End of the day, it going to hijack your energy. It destroy your creativity. So at the same time, remember your day-to-day life, there are a lot of things. You can reduce the time, energy, interference that you go through. So that itself your spiritual practice. The way you maintain your physical material world. is a kind of like a foundation for your spirituality. So then put into that side your awareness, attention. It is not something from outside blocking you. It is not kind of like a dark energy or bad energy that hold you. This boredom underneath, like a darkness. This underneath, it's a kind of like a huge rock. They are hold everything, and your awareness cannot settle down. The roots cannot go there. Because the ground is with these rocks. So that's why start to reduce the power of the boredom. How? Don't be available to anything. This is not the time. There is a time. After you attain to the certain level, you can do that, but this is not the time. So that's why start to look around you. And so little by little, develop the ability to stay away from things. Stay away from unnecessary things. You are available for necessary things. So if you cannot practice that, remember, you are the one who is going to destroy your own life. Because this world doesn't have any limits. The outside people doesn't have any limits. You are the only one can have limits for you. It is not unnecessary controlling you, but you use yourself for profitable things. So that's how you can find a way to get into this flow circle. And other thing is, now you reduce the power. You reduce the power to interfere with these outside things. And then what happens? The perception that you perceive going to become kind of like a very limited. And end of the day, you feel kind of like a more relaxed, comfortable, because the power of the boredom going to become weaker. So, and that is one thing. So now you develop in the conventional level with your perception, you get into something. But still these emotions, invisible desires in us. So we have to work with that also. So what is the solution for that? Start to be silent a little bit. Consciously, you become silence. Consciously, you take time to not to move that much. Not all the time, just when you, just by yourself. You take 5 minutes, sit on your couch, you just settle down. You allow your body to settle down. You allow your mind to settle down. You don't move that much. You develop some stillness, solid posture, unmovable posture with your physical body, and at the same time, unwavering mind. Mind doesn't go here and there. You just be with the body. So remember, your mind, your body is the most comfortable place. You forget that. That's why your mind always here and there. You're going for vacation and thinking about this, that. But somehow, the most comfortable place is for your body. So you are pushing away it. So let it be there. And then you will see your energy going to become more strong. Your determinations become more strong. Your will going to become more strong. How? Because now you protecting that, the energy flow that happening in you. You save it little bit. So then before you practice, you can apply it to this anything. Now just imagine you want to have a conversation about something regarding your family matters. So before you do that, you take few minutes to be silence. And you have unmovable posture. You settle down and then you go and start to have the conversation. You want to eat. This is how you can practice this. You're going to eat now. You sit, settle down. You take 1 minute. Let everything to disconnect. And you allow your body, mind to be together. And then you proceed. So whatever you're going to do in day-to-day life, you apply it. Before you go to sleep, you take time, few minutes. You sit and start to practice little bit breathing meditation. Contemplate on the breathing. And then mindfully you go to sleep. When you wake up, without just jumping out of the bed, you take few minutes and focus to your body, scan head to toes, completely relax yourself and then get out of the bed. So like that, you start to develop a flow, then it become your lifestyle. Another thing is then you can have some kind of you can organize the way that you want to maintain your lifestyle in the conventional level. You can organize, because just imagine when there are too many unnecessary things in your wallet or bag. Just imagine you want to go somewhere, you put your car key there, and then you start to keep looking. And maybe you get late and now you are disappointed. You get mad maybe. And then you late and then you drive fast and you make accident. And then you think it is a bad karma. No, it's not the bad karma. It's nothing to do with the karma. You didn't understand this cause and effect, causality. So then just imagine tomorrow you have to go somewhere, maybe an interview or some place or something. And then you keep that everything ready tonight. And then it make you easy. So that's a conventional practice, how you can use this conventional material world to cut down this boredom. Once you have it, once you have this enough energy, determination, once you have the will, so you have enough saving energy, so then automatically, naturally, your behavior going to change. Then you don't need to put that much effort, because you are now developing a flow yourself into that. And then by the time now you bring it to higher level for your meditation practice. So then you keep a kind of like every day, same time, if it is possible, you practice. And maybe you keep the meditation cushion, or if you use a chair, you keep it wherever next to you. Then when you see it, that you remember that. So just see that when we go to this gas station, so that everything visible, it's in front, everything. And maybe you go there to buy something, going to get the gas, but you see things, gums, candy, cookies, so many things. And people buy. Why they buy? Because they see it. Look, this all the pharmaceutical industry, that the very, very famous consumer product and the food circle, these companies every day spend so much time for advertisements. Like McDonald's, everybody know what is McDonald's. Coca-Cola, everybody know what is Coca-Cola. Pepsi. But still, they are the one who spend so much money for advertisement. Even though people know it, they advertise. Why? Because when you see it, you buy it. So same thing. Now you bring, that is the very behavior of the mind. So you no need to criticize this. You use it for more better way. So then you use it for your own personal development. You keep certain books if you want to read. It's okay. You may not going to read today. You keep it next to it. By the time when you see it, by the time you start to read it. So meditation, keep a cushion, keep a chair somewhere. It's for meditation. So then when you see that, it start to remind you, hey, I am here available for you. I am here waiting for you. Then you start to do it. So that way what happens, this boredom going to become reduced, its energy, its power going to become reduced. Then you earn energy, determination, will, and then once it become sustainable, and then yourself, you are into circle. So then you come to the very flow circle itself. You go, you develop it. So there are many other ways, but for you to practice and apply day-to-day life and basically uplift yourself even in the conventional level and even your spiritual practice. Remember, just what is in our mind doesn't work. Don't believe your mind. There are many thoughts arise for no reason. But if you can bring that whatever in your mind, if you can bring it through this physical world, that is where your success development going to happen. Remember, even the Buddha himself, even he attained to enlightenment, some people didn't believe it. So then what the Buddha did? Buddha had to show it physically. That's why Buddha saw some miracles. Then they believed. So that is how we are. That's the human nature. So then remember yourself. Your success, your development, your determination, your energy, your will, not in your head. So try to bring it through your practice. Apply it to practice. And that is where you see how it works. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopateva, oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light to spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.